Hello, my name is Nikki. This is my van, Lola, and I started traveling in Lola in August of 2020, although I purchased her in June of 2018. It was a 3-year payout and build out, and now I'm finally in my van. Come inside. Welcome to my van. We are currently standing in the kitchen and the closet and the pantry. A little bit of everything. I have my Dometic fridge. It's a really small fridge, but the important thing to me was to get a freezer in the fridge for my cat because I feed him raw food. So this is my fridge right here. Up here are just regular cabinets. This is my shower stuff. This is my toothbrush and my face wash for just like my nightly bag. So if I go into a restaurant or a store to wash my face, I'll bring this bag. This is my shower bag. And if I'm showering, I'll bring both bags. This is just more clothing. I've got a lot of clothing in my van. I have a 12-volt system for my water. So I have a little water pump. I just turn it on and then water comes out, slowly but surely. I have 5 gallons of fresh water. I think I've used about 4 gallons since August. It's February. I don't use it. I fill up my water bottles with drinking water at restaurants, gyms, wherever I can find drinking water. I mainly only use this to wash my hands and wash my face if I'm not in the city where I can wash my face in a building. Then I'll come here and I'll just wash my face here. I don't really wash dishes, so what I do for dishes is I actually have a mixture of vinegar and water. This is how I wash dishes. It's a vinegar water mix. I spray it on and I wipe it off. That's it. This was much easier than using the water, and it's a water saver too, so much easier. Also, below my fridge is on a shelf because it's a tiny fridge, and below it I have a toaster oven for heating up food. And bougie like that, I wanted a toaster oven to heat up food, so that's what I have. I keep my stove in here. It's my little Coleman 2-top burner stove for camping. And this is what I use. I keep my propane down here. It's too big though. I really just want a 1-burner, so I'm probably gonna trade this out for a 1-burner, but this is what I use to cook as well. So my countertops, these are little DIY countertops. What I did was, well, what my carpenter did was, we were gonna get a butcher block, but those were insanely expensive. And I was like, I'm not buying one of those for my van. So what he did was he purchased one piece of wood. I think it was like 8 or 10 feet long and about 12 inches wide. And he cut it in half, and then he put the 2 sides together like this. So you can actually see the seam right here. And this whole piece of wood, I don't know, maybe $12. And he finished it and cut a hole in for the sink. That's it. So this whole countertop was like $8. And it's perfect. It gets a little, it gouges a little bit, like it scratches, but that just adds to the patina of it being used, and I really love it. The kitchen, I actually don't feel like I have enough storage for my food. I keep all of my food in this area, and it is pretty tiny. I do end up having to shove things in or take things out of their boxes to put them back in the bags that they come in. So I could have a little bit more room for my food. This was supposed to be for my food, but my clothes kind of took over. So that's that. Underneath the sink, I have my trash can, some cleaning supplies. I have a 5-gallon freshwater jug as well as a gray water jug. I actually just use a kitty litter bucket for my gray water. So it has a handle and I can take it out and dump it very easily. Oh, we're also standing in the bathroom area. I don't have a toilet in my van. So I use this for number 1, and number 2 is done stores, restaurants, porta potties, anywhere I can find. Hi, my name is Nikki. This is my cat Jules, and we travel in my 2018 Nissan Envy 2500 Hightop. About 5 years ago, I was a police officer in Michigan, and I was in a mountain of debt, and I had some financial difficulties, so I started looking up tiny homes. In my search of tiny homes, I came across van life, which I didn't even realize existed until I found a YouTube rabbit hole of it, and I decided that I was going to do it. So about a year later, there was a mechanic who helped us out at the police department, and I asked him to start looking for a van for me in the summer of 2018. He found one a week later. It was this one. It was from an auction in New York. This was a brand new vehicle with some damage on the outside. It was only exterior damage. I paid $12,900 for this van from the auction. I spent about $800 or $900 towing it to Michigan where I lived, and then I spent $2,500 fixing the exterior damage. That's it. It only had 8 miles on it. It was brand new. Okay, we are in the pantry closet area. I really wanted a place to put all my clothes. I am bougie and need to hang my clothes, so I created an actual wardrobe. And here it is, folks. I have all my clothes here. I have 2 bins of clothing right here. And then down here, I have my shoes in this little flip-top cabinet. So when I left my condo, I gave away or donated every single thing that I own. I have 3 bins at my dad's house, and those are the extent of my belongings besides everything in this van and a few pieces of furniture that my renters are using, like my couch and my bed and my table. My clothing, I probably donated or gave away 80 to 85% of my clothing. I just got rid of it. And I measured this. I went inside my condo, I measured that amount on my closet rod, and I picked every piece of clothing that would fit in that little space, just carried it out, put it in here. That was it. That's my clothing. This is the pantry. I keep all my food right here. Cat food up here. I try to feed him as raw as possible. It's a little bit harder in a van though, so I do have his specialty treats. It's like his fast food. I have this little doodad down here. My friend was giving this away, and I took it right before I moved in my van, so it's got a drawer with some stuff in it. I tried saving as much money as I could. I know this looks like an expensive build. It really wasn't. The wood was the most expensive because I built it out during quarantine. So other than that, everything is just really, really simple. This was empty, but everything kept falling over. So I needed a piece of storage to go right here, but all the storage pieces, all the storage baskets and the storage boxes are really expensive. So what I did was I went to the kitchen section and I got a $4 bin. This is a $4 bin that I use for storage. These are all my spices. I really love to cook. I had this idea that I was going to be cooking like every single day in van life, all these gourmet meals that I used to make in my condo, and I don't. I eat out a lot because it's just very simple. It gets very expensive. And then I have to remind myself that I actually have to use my pans, so I do. Up here, more kitchen stuff, more storage. I think this is the extent of my eating utensils. That's it. 1 fork, 1 knife, a cutting knife, and a spoon. I have my undergarments right here, my toiletries right here, and random stuff down here, just more storage. This also came from my condo. I didn't even buy this for my van. It came from my condo. I tried saving money as best as I could. It was really important to me to build my electrical system around my fridge and my Ninja blender and my hair dryer. So I do have my Ninja blender right here. How many times have I used it during van life? About 3. Let's just shove that back there again. Okay. This was a very happy accident, serendipitous if you will. I had this here and I had this here. This was actually stored under my sink for the longest time. When I first started van life, I was cooking a lot, and it was just really annoying for me to take it out because there's a shelf under here and it kept getting caught in the shelf and I had to take my trash out to get it. And then I realized that this little empty space, everything was falling off of here, down here, and I realized that it fits perfectly. I did not plan for this. Worked out well. If I could do something different, I might consider drawers as opposed to shelves. Nothing ever falls off my shelves, ever. I have locks on my cabinets, I have lips on my shelves, but if I want to get into the back here, I have to take everything out to get to the back, and that's kind of inconvenient. But the reason I didn't build any drawers in my van was because I didn't want the drawers to get ruined from driving around so often, so I just created shelves. I guess that would be one thing I would consider if I might redo it. One thing that I splurged on were my locks. So these locks, I think they were $10 or $11 a piece from eBay. They open, they lock, and they act as a handle. I've never had any issues with them. I love them. they're great. I have them on all of my cabinets. In this cabinet, I do have a luggable loo. However, I've only used it once since August, so I think I'm going to get rid of it. I just prefer not to use that. And again, I prefer stores and restaurants to just go do my business in. It just takes up, I specifically built this cabinet to fit the luggable loo, and I've only used it once. I only had an emergency once. It was 2 a.m., if you know what I mean, and didn't really have the option to drive somewhere, so I used it. This right here was really important to me to make a cabinet for my cat's litter. I didn't want the smell, I didn't want the litter all over the place, so I built this cabinet specifically for his litter. He has his little flip door right here. Open it up. It is lined with a shower curtain in case he misses, which for the first time he did miss when I cleaned his kitty litter today. There was a puddle on the shower curtain. So I scooped it up, threw it out, and put a new shower curtain in today. It's perfect. It keeps the smell contained in here, except for when he does a really good one. Other than that, it works. To do van life for 1 year before starting a PhD. My PhD plans were scrapped, and now I'm probably gonna do it a lot longer than 1 year. I actually enjoy it way more than I thought I would. I mean, I knew I would enjoy it, but I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna be doing this for probably a few more years. Being alone on the road doesn't bother me a lot. I have some safety measures that I take. I have, took defensive tactics from when I was a police officer. I feel safe in the way that I travel. I was scared one time in my van, where actually I thought someone was trying to break into my van. Turns out it was a huge thunderstorm and there was a branch that actually fell on my van. A lot of my build was built around the safety of my cat. It got more expensive than I wanted it to, but I had to keep him safe. One of the things I did was I built a partition wall for temperature control. Did I want one? No, I wanted a curtain. But my cat, to keep him safe, required a partition wall. How many times have I shut this since I lived in my van? Not once. I do not use this door at all, but it does keep the temperature, even just these two keeps the temperature in control. This is my bench. This flips down into my bed. I have a wooden piece right here that flips over for the second third of my bed, and then I have a wood piece right here on my cabinet that flips down for the third third of my bed. I lay sideways, I'm short, it works. I have narcolepsy, so in order to combat my narcolepsy in some type of way, I had to make sure that I didn't have a built-in bed. If I had a built-in bed, I would lay in bed all day and I would sleep all day. So one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to be able to put my bed away to trick my brain into thinking it's time to get up, it's time to wake up and be awake. So that's why I have my bed built out the way it is. It's a bench in the day and I put it together at night. I have not once ever felt annoyed putting my bed together at night or putting it away in the morning. It's super easy and it really doesn't bother me at all. So I have no regrets about the way that I built my bed and my bench. Underneath my bench is actually all of my electrical. I have solar panels. I have two 100-watt solar panels on the top of my van. Unfortunately, on the third day of van life, my fridge went out because I wasn't getting enough juice because it was a rainy day in Michigan. I did have to hook up my batteries to the alternator in my van, so now I just turn on my van and it starts charging the batteries when I need it. I have two 120-volt AGM batteries. So I have 240 amp hours, but AGM, you can only deplete them 50%, so I have 120 amp hours of power. I also have a 2,000-watt inverter that inverts the 12-volt power to 120 volt power so I can plug in regular home appliances into little areas around my van that I set up. This is an art piece by Frank Moth. This is a dead plant that I didn't keep alive in the winter in Chicago. This is my fruit hammock that I have no fruit in today. And another thing that I did to keep my cat safe, Did I want to spend an extra few $100s on this? No, but I did for my cat. I have 2 fans. I have one that is an exhaust fan and the other is an intake fan to get good circulation. So this is my first fan. My second fan is over there. This is strictly for my cat. This is the piece of the $180 Lagoon table that I purchased for my van. How many times have I used it? Not once. Not once. If you want a Lagoon table, you can. I don't know what it is, I just don't need it. I use my countertop as a table if I need it, and now I just have this mount on my van that I just don't need. I purchased this fold-up table in place of the Lagoon mount. I purchased this maybe 6 months ago. How many times have I used it? Not once, folks. After I quit being a police officer, I took my side hustle of delivering groceries and turned it into full-time. I was making more money than I ever did as a police officer. I made my own schedule, didn't have a boss, didn't have coworkers, and I absolutely loved it. So I always knew that getting on the road, that I would be delivering groceries anytime I needed to earn some extra cash because I can deliver anywhere in the United States. So when I need money, I can always just go grocery shopping and earn money that way. One thing that I also like to do on the road is I also like to date. I actually chronicle my dating adventures along with my van life adventures on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So if you want to follow me there and see my crazy wild life, you can. It's Nikki.Jabs on TikTok and Instagram, and it's Nikki Jabs on YouTube. If you have any other questions about my van, I am open to non-creepy messages in my Instagram DMs. Feel free to message me and ask me anything you would like. Other than that, have a wonderful day, everybody. Hope you loved my bougie van.